thank you so much for coming to your weekly love reading. This love reading is for June 23rd through June 29th. This should resonate for Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Those of you that are cross-watching, welcome, welcome. This can be your situation or your partner. Sometimes it's reversed. Also, too, if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to receive alerts for when I post my readings. Also, please feel free to comment. Believe it or not, but you know what I've realized lately, and Vicky, Pink Pineapple, and I were talking about this, you know, her sexy ass is a Leo, and everyone thinks she's my girlfriend, and she's not. I just love her, and she's my best friend, and my sister, and all that jazz, but rant over. Anyways, what we've been realizing is, like, with having people comment their situations, it's really shining light on the fact that you're not alone going through something. There's so many other people that are going through what you're going through. And even if it's a bad situation, it's still showing you that there are others that are in a similar position as you that you can kind of rely on and bounce ideas off of. So that's why I really, really enjoy the comments. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you always can do so by checking out my website, aaftarot.com, or by clicking the link in the description. But let's go ahead and get into your reading, Leo. Leo. Who's Leo's person of interest? 23rd through the 29th. Who's Leo's person of interest? Leo's person of interest. Okay, the Hermit. Leo, you can be dealing with a Virgo or a Libra. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but that is a possibility. Okay, how does Leo feel about their person of interest? The Devil also can be dealing with a Capricorn or a Scorpio. I feel like you and this person maybe are not necessarily talking right now, so I just want to throw that out there. What is the current situation or issue with Leo and their person of interest? Okay, King of Wands. That definitely can be you, Leo, because the King of Wands is Leo in my eyes. Or Aries or Sag, but for me, anytime there's a king here, it's fixed energy, and it tends to be in fixed fire is Leo. So what is an external influence or block here for Leo and their person of interest? Okay, Four of Pentacles, that's Capricorn energy. What is the best potential outcome here? Best potential outcome here for Leo with love and romance with their person of interest. Okay. Six of Pentacles, beautiful. And that's definitely Taurus energy. I think that's Taurus moon. Okay, so first thing I do want to note is this. I feel like for whatever reason, your partner is probably in an altered state of mind. So whether that's done by drugs or alcohol, whether that's just a narcissistic way of thinking, you know, they feel like they were the ones that were the leader in the relationship. They feel like they have the ability to stand alone without you. They definitely feel like they're very original and ambitious and determined, and they're very self-assured. This is what they tell themselves. However, I do think that your partner comes off as highly arrogant, stubborn, impatient, and very self-centered. They feel like they take the lead with love, you know, while experiencing, like, you know, they need constant excitement, whether that's with drama, whether that's just with new things. It's like this person constantly has to be on the go. And also, too, this person can get bored very, very, very easily. Also, something that I'm getting is, you know, with you in a relationship with them, I really feel like for whatever reason, you know, you felt like you were the one that had to be strong. You felt like you were the one that kept the relationship successful. You know, you were the one that provided, you know, all the material aspects, all the money, you know, everything that happened with your relationship. You know, you were very ambitious. You know, you were very practical. You know, you looked at this as, you know, not only a love, but also like a business, you know, transaction where if I give to you, you give to me. And, you know, you're investing in something that's eventually going to invest back, you know, with you. I do think that, you know, you, Leo, are very accomplished and organized. And I think for you, it's like this person consistently kept taking from you material-wise, like very forceful, right? There's something here with that. And I feel like for you, Leo, you know, commitment comes with a responsibility. Like you just don't commit to somebody just to commit, right? And you really do treat the relationship like you're putting time, you're putting effort, you're investing in it, and you're offering a level of stability and security. I think sometimes this can alienate, you know, your person may have felt alienated or may have felt like they had, you know, a level of shortcomings when it came to, you know, your relationship. However, you know, I do feel strongly that the problem is someone was obviously delusional in the relationship. And based on what the energy I'm picking up, it, you know, it was your partner, especially with the Hermit and the Devil. Not saying anything about Virgo. I'm just saying, you know, the Hermit tends to be in an altered state in order to shine light on a situation. They even sometimes, like, I just posted something saying, you know, the things that you hide, those are the ones that shine the brightest, right? So if this person had an addiction or had something that they were hiding, it was always very much illuminated very, very loudly. And that's something that I don't think you or anyone else can kind of disagree with. As far as your person is concerned, you know, they may work with their hands. They may possibly be into music or really enjoy music. They may not have a job at all. I definitely feel like this person is very critical and tense. However, you know, they're very much a practical perfectionist when it comes to other people except for themselves. Or maybe they do put more pressure on themselves than maybe we realize. However, I feel like this person came into your life to give you a more realistic approach and improve, you know, improve certain things that, you know, you needed in your life, Leo. I also think too, you may have met this person possibly at work or at school. Also too, I want to say this, I'm trying to think. This person came into your life to change things. They came into your life to shake things up, because this is a very intense, especially with the Devil here, that's a very intense and passionate connection. It's something very obsessive, and it is a level of transformation that's happening within inside of your life, and you met them when you needed change the most. I also think too, with the Devil here, that's also Capricorn energy, right? Capricorn energy is very grounded and ambitious and supportive. And I feel like this person came in to challenge your work ethic, you know, really asked you, put your reputation on the line, and, you know, and it forced you to say, and maybe this relationship started off sexual, but it really forced you to say, hey, what's important here? It made you reevaluate the situation and reevaluate the people that are in your life and that are contributing in a good way. Rant over. Let's go ahead. Can you give me more information about why their person is coming up as a Hermit with the Five of Pentacles? I definitely feel like this person was either kicked to the curb, left out of a situation. Definitely with that Five of Pentacles, that is, there is definitely difficulty with this person, and maybe, you know, there wasn't a way out, so you had to stop talking to them. This is also Mercury and Taurus, so it's very much a need to have a level of communication, but in a way that's very much like a fixed energy, right? It's very much like, I feel like for you, Leo, especially you being fixed, and if this person has very, you know, changeable conversations, like, I don't know, I feel like for you, routine is everything. And if you had to change, you know, by removing this person from your life, it was because you needed to, you know, reinstate a level of growth, which comes from having a level of consistency. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? With the Hangman, you had to sacrifice. You had to make a sacrifice, and maybe the sacrifice was this person having to leave. This can also be maybe this person left for work. But I do feel like because the Hangman is here, in my opinion, that's also Pisces and Aquarius. I feel like there was something that was needed. There was something that had to be sacrificed in order for, you know, you to have a level of growth. Something too is like this person came in and they definitely made your life very exciting, right? And I feel like you've either known this person as a friend prior to being romantic, like all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, like this person's kind of hot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it hit you at first. You may be from a different culture or a different religion. You know, I think that this partner definitely has levels where they can be very romantic, very sensitive. However, they're very irritable and their moods are always very up and down, and there is a level of insecurity about them. I feel like for you, you've offered them the support and compassion and true love, and it's really up to this person whether or not, you know, they want to make the change. Why are they suspended? Okay, 7 of Pentacles. Because again, I feel like for you, Leo, you looked at this as a business transaction. I'm investing in this person. Because I'm investing in them, I've spent time, and now you're waiting for them to make it right. I think that you definitely know what the potential is, and I think that that's why you stay suspended. I think that that's why, you know, that Jupiter and Gemini, right? Very much in your head about where this can go, and it's like your heart and your head are saying two different things. And I'm telling you that because we have the 8 of Swords with strength. So there's Gemini, and then there's also Leo. I feel like, and I'm going to tell you this, it's like you're really having to sacrifice what your heart is telling you because your head is saying something completely different, and this person's actions is telling you something different. So it's like, what am I supposed to do here? You know, and I feel like for you, let me ask me one more card here about Leo's person of interest. Ooh, 9 of Wands. It's like, again, there is a level of suspension. There's Sagittarius, but there is a level where things are suspended, and there isn't any type of forward progression here. And the forward progression isn't happening because there's a limit of attention and a limit of action here. And that's also Moon and Sag. And that's kind of interesting, right? It's like, you know, this person has some growing up to do, and you know that maybe they're not doing it in the right way, but there's nothing you can do. Because when the situation is suspended or blocked, you know, you want to hurry and resolve it because you don't want this to go on forever, right? Now, how you feel about them is the Devil. I do think you're highly attracted to this person, 100%. I think that you think that this person is very sexy. I think that this person makes less money than you do. I think that this person, again, I think that they do have some type of addiction issue, whether it's alcohol or drugs or something like that, something that's altering their mental state, something that has them definitely stuck in a single place. I think that there's a lot of sexual chemistry between you guys. I think that you're highly attracted to them. What's the energy of the Devil here for how Leo feels about their person of interest? The High Priestess. The problem is, you know that this person has a lot of secrets. And it's secrets that you subconsciously know, but you don't speak on. What is, this is also Taurus or Cancer. Maybe they have like a Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, Cancer Venus. What is Leo feel like their partner is hiding? The King of Cups, okay? Scorpio or another Leo, possibly Pisces or Cancer, but I look at this as Scorpio or Leo. You know, I just feel like this person, like, you feel like they're doing something that they're not supposed to. They're emotionally manipulating a situation. Maybe they're making offers to other people here. Because I really do feel like, and I asked, how does Leo feel about this? And it's the Four of Swords. This person is portraying themselves as something different than what they really are. And I think for you, Four of Swords, that's Jupiter in Libra. That's you really sitting there thinking, like, how do you make this, you know, like, it's like waking up, forcing this person to wake up, right? But also having a level of reflection and understanding that right now, maybe this person isn't necessarily reachable. And it's like you have to try to come to a conclusion in a harmonious way, in a balanced way with how you want to move forward. But I do think that you're very much caught in your head with, you know, what the potential is, right? Potential is everything, and so is perception. You know, we can see something and we can feel something, but we're not necessarily in control of someone else's actions. So with that being said, this person is going to have to be the one to do the work. And I think that's something that you're no longer forcing. What does Leo like about their person of interest? Oh, that just shot out. Okay, one more time, because I don't know if that came up upright or not. What's something that Leo likes about their person of interest romantically? Okay, the Emperor, possibly an Aries. You know, I think that at one time, this person may have had everything. At one time, this person had the ability to do the right thing. This person had the desire, they had the aggression, they had the passion to move forward in a positive way. I do think that this person is somebody who takes action, you know, if they're in the right mindset. However, I do think that they use their control at times to be, you know, kind of dominant, because there's good and bad, right? I also feel like this person may be completely different than you, right? It may be completely different than anything that you've ever dated. You have 8 of Pentacles. There's Virgo with the 3 of Pentacles. That's Mars and Capricorn. You know, I feel physically this person is differently. Physically, you know, you want this to work out, but however this person is approaching you, they're just not approaching you in the right way, right? It's like everything they're trying the same thing over and over and over again. And for you, it's like you have to change it. Like you want them to change their approach. You know, you want them like, okay, listen, it's like a puzzle. If, you know, you can't do the puzzle with all the pieces scattered. You have to find, you know, all the perimeter. You know, it's like changing their view on it, or shifting how you want, you know, hopefully this makes sense. Shifting it so that it's a different approach at the same issue, but then changing it. And with change, that effort, you know, allows you to have a level of stability and work it out, right? I do think too, for whatever reason, sorry, I am going to say this, with you and this person, I think that, you know, the biggest issue, honestly, is the fact that you're just a giver. You know what I mean? The fact that you're very considerate, you're very intuitive, Leo, you know, you're very tolerant and accepting. And I think that you are too dependent on this person, you know, making changes. You're dependent on the fact that you feel like they should be in your life. Also, too, there's a level of like being overly sensitive. You know what I mean? And I think too, like romantically, you are probably the least selfish lover. And it's like you want this person to give you the same. And as I said that, the Ace of Cups flew out. What does Leo not like about their person of interest? Okay, the 2 of Wands. I think that you don't like the fact that this person has the ability to do whatever they want. I think that they may have different choices. And I think that this person's ego may get in the way while trying to make decisions. And you possibly are dealing with a Libra, because there's justice there. Also, too, they feel very, they feel like I said what I said, now you need to do it, right? It's almost that thing of, this person can't make a decision except when it's what's best for them. If it's something that's what's best for them, then they have the ability to kind of mold the situation and say, okay, Leo, this is why you're wrong. And I think for you, Leo, you're just tired of it. Why is the King of Wands the situation? What's causing this? The Princess of Wands. How does Leo feel about the Princess of Wands? Judgment. Okay, so Judgment is definitely Scorpio or Capricorn. I do want to say this. Here's the issue, Leo. If you are the King of Wands, I feel like you guys are kind of having a level of clarity here with this 4 of Swords. And you're realizing that your partner, if they are younger than you, or maybe they're just immature, they have a lot of growing up to do. They're coming up as a page. And it's almost like you feel like you have to take care of them. And it's like in the process of you trying to do the right thing, It's like this person is also casting a level of judgment. What's this judgment? What's the energy of judgment? Death, Scorpio, you know, and it also can be a level of transformation. Like maybe this person is getting what they deserve, right? Maybe this is what's forcing, you know, the end of whatever they were going through, and now it's forcing a rebirth. What's the energy of death? The Queen of Swords. So Cancer or Libra. You also can be dealing with an Aquarius or a Gemini, but Queen of Swords is cardinal. You know, I feel like you're making this person make a choice. I feel like you are putting the ball in their court. I feel like for you, you're ending the interaction, and I'm going to tell you why. Because for you, Leo, I think that you've realized that this person has a lot that they have to prove, right? There's judgment. Now it's like you understand because you've taken a step back and you see things from a higher point of view versus being on ground level, and you understand that there's a lot to learn here. And you're getting your karmatic justice with this person. And I think for you, you have to end that cycle. And by ending that cycle, it's forcing your person, especially, you know, if you and them are not talking, you're forcing this person into making or being the one to start or create or begin, you know, actions towards you. You're making them be the ones to initiate it. You're making them being, you know, you're forcing them to make it right. As I said, you're forcing them to make it right. Look, it's strength. And look what she's doing. She's wrestling the boar. It's like, no, you're going to listen to me and you're going to listen right? There's a level of concentration here. However, I do think, you know, when it comes to matters of the heart, there's definitely something that you've ended here. Okay, Three of Swords. That's also Libra. And it can be because this person blocked you or this person, you know, had a choice. They made a choice, right? And whatever the choice is, because the 2 goes to the 3, right? So there was some type of conflict. There was some type of choice that needed to be made. They made a choice. And whatever that choice was, it's now Saturn and Libra. They're now being punished for whatever decision that they've made. And what's happening is now there's a level of coldness, right? And now they're going through a level of turbulence because they made the wrong decision. And they didn't do what was best to make things right. They did what was best for them. And I feel like they did it out of jealousy because you do have the Page of Cups here. So Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. You know, there's a level of jealousy here. This person is upset because you've put a level of distance in between the two of you. It's definitely a tower moment that has either happened last week or this week, right? They feel very betrayed. Like there's a level of betrayal here. How does Leo feel about the Tower? The Six of Cups, it's a memory. And maybe that's why, you know, you're thinking about when this person did something really shitty to you. When this person hurt you, whether that's physically, mentally, spiritually, however you want to take it, you're having these memories. And what happens when Leo has those memories? It's with the King of Cups. It's with the person who emotionally manipulated you. And for you, how you feel about it is the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords in this is about having enemies close to you, but also enemies from afar. So I feel like you definitely feel like for whatever reason, this person, you know, they come across as this King of Cups, right? They come across as loving, caring, nurturing, let me take you out, I love you, hey, guess what, I set up dinner, ooh, meet me here, oh, hey, right? But in reality, it's the Page of Swords. They're only, you know, drawing you in so that they can cut you and they can hurt you because for whatever reason, they feel like they're against you right now. And they feel like there's something that you said that you didn't follow through on. I'm going to have to move on because I feel like I'm harping on that too much. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? And that's definitely Capricorn. Why is the Four of Pentacles here for the block or the external influence? With the Ace of Cups, You know, I think that somebody has the ability to make an offer here, but they're not. I'm going to be honest. It's like or they're being very stubborn with what they're giving. Why? Aries or Cancer. Queen of Wands. You know, it can be too the fact that for them, you know, they've had to wait, right? Like there's definitely been a waiting period. And they've made up in their mind, they've made it up in their mind that unless they have control of the situation, they don't want it, right? It's like unless they can come in and dominate a situation, and this may also be Cancer, but I think that Cancer is secondary. So Moon, Rising, or Venus. Maybe even Mars, Cancer, Mars. I don't know why. But unless this person has complete control, they're holding back. They're withholding information from you. There's something that you need to know, and they're out here and they're making decisions. They're doing things quickly for what benefits them, but they're not necessarily thinking about the other person. How would Leo feel about this? The blocker. How Leo feel about this? Whoa. Okay, the Seven of Swords. You know, I also think that they may be talking to somebody else, or they may be, you know, seeing other people in the process, especially if you and them are not talking. You know, but you're not stupid, Leo. You're like, listen, just because I'm over here checking out my muscles and looking at my ass in the mirror don't get it twisted. I know your childish ass is over here with all those swords and you're walking out. You know what I mean? Like, people always underestimate a Leo's intuition or a Leo's instinct. And I feel like that's the worst thing that you can do, especially with that damn Seven of Swords. It's like, oh, hell no. There's nothing good coming from this. And you know that there is a level of betrayal here. You know that there is a level of fuckery that's going on, and that's Moon in Aquarius. And what they're doing is something that's unexpected and something that would definitely change. However, you know, things are being played, especially with you and them. It may even force you to completely let go of the situation. Ten of Wands with the Sun. It may even force you to look at the situation in a different manner. Look, Six of Swords. There's Mercury in Aquarius, right? It's forcing you to have an honest conversation, not only with your partner or your person of interest, but also with yourself. Because I feel like you've been hiding your emotions on how you feel in this situation because they're very hurtful. What needs to be said here? The Devil. You see? Blackmail, betrayal. You know what? I just feel like there needs to be an open-ended conversation here. And how do you feel about the Devil? It's the Two of Swords. You feel like this person needs to keep their promise. This person needs to figure out what they want, and they need to go after it, because it's no longer okay to be writing checks you can't cash. And I think that you know that. I think that a level of clarity is needed, and this person needs to initiate that. They need to have that conversation with you, with what they want, but one that's very honest and one that's not jaded or overly emotional. Five of Cups. They need to explain why they feel guilty. The Five of Cups, that's definitely Scorpio energy. You know, and this person needs to be honest about it. They're over here avoiding the inevitable. It's like they have a level of fear, and maybe this is you too, Leo, of facing whatever it is that's going to come. And that you need a level of reassurance, like, hey, that you're waiting for the right thing. But the problem is, you know, that's Mars and Scorpio. This person, instead of doing the right thing, is taking a different route. They're taking a level of revenge. You know, it's like, and they're doing it behind your back. They're doing it because they know that you subconsciously have a feeling what the hell they're doing. One more time. How does Leo feel about this? How does Leo feel about the block? Okay, Eight of Swords. You see what I'm saying? You know subconsciously what's going on. You're not stupid. You know for a certainty, right? You know what the hell, that there's things that are going on around you, even if you don't want to acknowledge it. Like, you feel, even if, let's say, even if this person tells you something, you're still going to be questioning what if, right? That's Jupiter and Gemini. Gemini and Jupiter. It's like you're still going to be questioning, like, yeah, but what if, right? And I don't doubt for a second that this person is going to come back and say something. But the problem is it's still coming in as this page energy. It's still coming in with the Page of Wands with the Four of Swords. It's very superficial. Whatever they're offering is making you feel like excited at first, but that's because of the lack of depth and the lack of action that they've been taking. So just because all of a sudden they're coming through and they're saying something to you, right? But it's very superficial. It's very surface level. And I think that you know that. So, Leo, your outcome is the Six of Pentacles, which I think is very interesting. Something isn't being invested in. There's something that's being given here. I think that that's beautiful. And maybe this is, you're given another opportunity with somebody else. Either way, if you want to find out more about the outcome, as well as how does your partner feel about you romantically, what are their intentions moving forward, what are they hiding? That's my favorite one because I'm hella nosy. What are their next actions, advice, and then the outcome? Please feel free to click on the link in the comment section to Vimeo, and it will take you to the extended reading. Those of you that are cool and you know that this has brought enough clarity, I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.